pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. This will be taken very short. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Let's go. 60 or.
Watch the car. Watch the car.
Let's go.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Hatch it. 36.
Ready.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Hey, I'm coming. Rush in. Tackle it.
Yeah. Look, squeeze.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And Geis is going to be stopped short as he did not get the push he needed. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. Now.
This is Hines. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
On the double.
58, Mike. Come on, boy.
Hey, Wahoo!
Don't be scared of it.
Go.
To throw on second down. Hankins. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Hey, seam 6. Yo, go. Get it.
Throwing on third and long. Hankins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
The Falcons send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same age.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Check three, check three.
Go.
Watch motion, watch motion.
Hit it.
They'll run on first down. Akers, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 14. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there and sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Bravo. Let's go.
2nd and 11. Here we go. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Watch twist, watch twist.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Mike 29, I got you, I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine,
Ready?
Back to throw now, 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, explore.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 93 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
No.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Topper! Hey, Sam off! Get it!
They're going to look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Ricky. 53's the mark. 55.
They'll set up to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Let's go. 8, read.
Hey, pick your game up. Shit.
On first down, this is Geis. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Look at me. Go. Shoot.
2nd and 9 now. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? People say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Hey, Zoo.
They'll look to throw. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 4. Off to Geis on the screen. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
53, Mike. Here we go. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Check three. Alert three.
Geis, he'll try to run it. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
53, check 53. Yeah, let's get second. Check 53, Mike. Check 53.
2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Let it roll, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
6-6, pull it high.
D-line, get that quarterback. Shift. Mike 56, Mike 56. So don't say nothing. You go take.
Get it.
Well, now a carry here for the fullback. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 56.
Hey, lock it.
56. Check 56. Don't get nervous. Switch. Shift.
Five.
To throw on 3rd down. Hankins. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Set. 90, Wolf.
Number 53. Mike 53. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Jim. Check. Switch.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hit it.
Now a run with Geis. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Let's see what you got.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Check. Cross.
General West.
Cross.
Hey. Speed grip.
On 1st down, Akers. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
That's it, baby.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
80 weapon.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now left side on the swing pass. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
X3. 218. Chopper.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Guys.
Ready.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Smoke.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Yeah.
From the gun, Hankins. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Ready. 15. Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Good. Now.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball. get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
He can't hit. He's not going to get me. Slam, slam, slam.
61, matchbox lights.
Check. 53's mine.
Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready, set.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
53. In your face. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Protein spill.
Check 31, check 31.
Hey, high 7. Blue draw corkers. Go. 5.
Looking to throw. Hankins. And that will be incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken from just outside the 30. There'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Carolina. Darius Geis with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired too, and just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long. They'll try and run it up the middle. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First and 10 at the 41.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
58, right over.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Let's go.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy. They didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Second and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Off play action. Hankins. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Let's go.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
65. Check 43.
Pilot, 64, weak. You're out. Hey, Delta. Now. Now.
Operating from the gun. Hankins. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
6-6, pull it high. Let's go.
They'll try and run with their fullback. He is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Naeem Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And when they called that play, I'm not sure they expected it to go all the way to the end zone. Nice little reward, though.
Without a doubt, and sometimes I think the offensive line gets a little bit more inspiration when they know that guy's going to get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often. They want to reward him for all that good blocking he does as well.
This will be taken very short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, watch it, watch it. Shoot.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, Alpha.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And that'll be incomplete. And they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Taking it to 37. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
56. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Hey!
Run you over. I'm going to run you over. 56 to Mike, boys.
56.
Back to throw. Hankins. Ebron caught left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Falcons 17, Panthers 8.
Ready. 18 Gator. Kill. 80 weapons.
56, Mike.
Here's Hines. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively, kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. But you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Yes. Ready.
They run the counter. Akers. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long to flip it over to the offensive side? They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something that's going to make them feel very good this evening.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
On first down, Akers. They'll get the first down and move inside the 20. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check 24, check 24. Check 50, check 50. Shoot. Quick the edge. Come.
Get it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there.
Bandit.
61, matchbox lights.
No. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. It's our deal.
5.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And now here's another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. 58, boys, 58.
Go.
You.
Hey, Foxtrot.
58's the money. 58's the money. Run. 58's the money.
Steve Griffin.
To throw again, Hankins. And his throw is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Go.
58, right over there. Go. 58, right there. Let's pick it up. It's our time.
Looking to throw. Hankins. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. In for the score. And the Falcons push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6. Ready, ready.
He'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Back to throw here. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of it.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Falcons 41, Panthers 16. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tackle and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Panthers. 42 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1 and at an 11 situation. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. He's at the 40, 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This will be taken short. Yeah, they'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
forward. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. Third down here.
60 outlaw.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
You ain't got nothing. Hey, Echo.
They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, Charlie. Come on. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They'll drop the throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 30 base. Look at me. Zipper. Let's go.
They run with Hines. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And